So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it this time. Able to get this to Gordon. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the Titans.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Had 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
By the Titans.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Broncos take.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sack.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Play brings up 2nd down.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw, Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
Titans 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And right side, Henry's got it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Titans' 36-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
2-yard line.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Out quickly to Judy. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Bridgewater again. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's
tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
Here's Tannehill. And And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10.
Score, Broncos 20. Titans.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The Titan ball.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Tannehill on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And goal at the 6-yard line.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
The left side completion to Jones. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Tannehill.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. A.J. Brown. In ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Denver, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I